Yeah! Right. Okay. Don't know why I did that, but there you go. Hello today. And I've got a subject request to do by HillCineFilms on YouTube. And he asks, can I do a topic request on your old photos, cine films, and can you share them here? So he's put, well, sort of. So I'm thinking what he's saying, if you had any photographs, old photographs or cine film. Right, I have to explain what a cine film is to younger viewers, because obviously they don't know what a cine camera is. What a cine camera was sort of like now these old-fashioned films like you hear the projector going blah, 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 blah. What a cine camera was something invented, I think, in the 1940s. I don't know, it could have been earlier than that. So basically, actually it was probably invented, I don't know, it was invented back in the day before television, because these things, my dad, let's just say in the 1970s, I remember my dad having a cine camera. These were before the camcorder, the big video cameras that own, well, the ones you could buy in big, in the 80s. It used to be a big massive thing, you put a VHS tape in and start recording, but this was nothing compared to the Betamax fucking video recorders. Not the video recorder, the camcorder, the first Betamax. I will explain to my younger generations what a fucking Betamax was. Imagine a VHS video recorder. You remember the tapes? They were about like big. Betamax was its rival and lost out. And the tapes were smaller, but it was a better system of all accounts. The only thing that killed off the Betamax is because Sony was the one that invented it, but they did not want porn on their tapes or something to do with pornographic material. Sony did not want to associate with that, so they would not allow it to be recorded on their Betamax videotapes. Something like that anyway. So that's why the Betamax died and the VHS lived on. A bit like with Blu-ray and HD DVD. Nothing to do with pornographics, but obviously this was a different kettle of fish, so Blu-ray won out and the HD DVD died. Same with the Betamax. This was in the early 80s, which my dad owned a Betamax video recorder. He owned two, actually. But yes, it was the more superior system to the VHS. But the VHS won through because obviously JVC invented them, and well, they allowed pornographic material. You know, each to their own. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a video cassette, it's a video recorder. It doesn't matter what's on it, it's up to the person that plays it. They might want a little bit of adult entertainment watching, you know, and Sony said, no, we don't want pornographic on our Betamax. So VHS won out because of that, something to do with pornographic. Hang on, what was picked up the wrong bit? That one's open. A cine film, cine camera, was sort of like a projector sort of thing. You didn't have to have a telly. Well, you couldn't use a telly. Basically, you recorded it, cine. Oh, I can't explain it because I've never seen. I know my dad owned them, but I remember what they looked like. It's basically, imagine a camera, a stills camera. It's basically like that, taking loads of still frames, but when it's just like that basically. There's no sound. There was no sound, so it was just like, I don't know, probably about 15 frames per second, and you obviously couldn't play it back on this thing, on the cine camera. You had to use a projector excuse me, and shine it like at a door, a white surface, a clear surface, so it projects the image onto maybe the wall or the door or whatever, or if you had a screen or something like that. So that's basically what a cine camera is. So I think I fucked that up anyway, but I'm no good at explaining things. There you go. But let's get back to the subject tonight, as I've gone on round the corner explaining what fucking Betamax and cine cameras are, and I probably did a bad job, as I already said. Anyway, what was the fucking subject? I'm saying, I'm only assuming, would I show old photographs or old cine camera, or I guess old video recordings, which I have from the 90s. I have put some old video recordings on, clips and bits and pieces here. I've not put them all on. There's some things in the archives that I'm a bit embarrassed. Mind you, I don't think so. It's just a case of editing certain parts out. It's nothing bad or nothing, but I mean, it's just things I don't really want to show on the camera. I mean, these are days when I had my fucking hair down to about here. I mean, virtually going receding here now, so it's all fucking gonna go eventually. But there you go. I mean, my 40s, so what the fuck? If my hair goes, it goes. It goes grey, it goes grey. Why should I feel embarrassed? As I'll go off at another tangent. So yes, as I said, I've already shown bits and pieces of my old video recordings. As for photos, I suppose you can do that, because you can turn you can turn it into a sort of video montage sort of thing, like have loads of different film photographs going along, like maybe play a little bit of music there so everyone can see my old photos of me when I was a kid. I've got loads of photographs. That's something I do have, is loads of old photographs, but obviously that dates back to when I was a kid, like from the 70s, 80s, 90s, but I don't have any. The only early video footage that I do have is from the mid-90s. That's the early mid-90s. I don't have any film footage earlier than that, because I didn't own a camcorder. And as for my dad's cine camera, I do not know what happened to that. He might have flogged it, it might have broke, we might have threw it over the dump, but I know he had some negatives, but I don't know what happened to that. Anyway, that's all I can say on the subject. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.